The Ohio State Buckeyes football are heading into the 2026 season with big questions in their secondary, and one young player could be the key to stabilizing the defense. As spring practice gets underway, sophomore cornerback Devin Sanchez is emerging as one of the most important players to watch. With several experienced defensive backs moving on, the Buckeyes are looking for new contributors to step up, and Sanchez may have the perfect opportunity to prove he belongs as a full-time starter. The biggest challenge for Ohio State's defense this year is replacing the talent that left after the 2025 season. Standout safety Caleb Downs and cornerback Davison Igbinosun both moved on to the NFL, leaving major holes in the defensive backfield. On top of that, a few other cornerbacks entered the transfer portal after the season ended, thinning out the depth chart even more. Because of those departures, the Buckeyes now need younger players to develop quickly if they want to keep their defense playing at a championship level. That's where Sanchez comes into the spotlight. When he first arrived in Columbus, he came in with huge expectations as one of the top recruits in the country. As a five-star prospect coming out of high school, Sanchez was known for his size, speed, and elite coverage ability. Fans believed it would only be a matter of time before he became a major contributor on defense. However, like many freshmen in major college football programs, his first season involved learning the system and adjusting to the speed of the game. Sanchez began the 2025 season mostly as a backup, gaining experience during practice and limited game situations. But his opportunity came later in the year when teammate Lorenzo Styles Jr. suffered an injury. That situation forced the coaching staff to give Sanchez more snaps in important games, and it became a crucial learning period for the young cornerback. Early on, he struggled at times against experienced receivers who were able to get off the line quickly and create separation. Those moments showed that Sanchez still had some development ahead of him. But what impressed coaches and fans was how quickly he began to improve. As the season progressed, Sanchez started to show flashes of the elite talent that made him such a highly rated recruit. His confidence grew with each game, and his coverage became tighter. By the end of the season, he was making more competitive plays on the ball and showing the physicality needed to compete at the highest level of college football. Now, with spring practice underway in 2026, Sanchez is entering a critical stage of his development. This is the time when players fight for starting roles and prove to coaches that they are ready for bigger responsibilities. For Sanchez, the opportunity could not be clearer. The Buckeyes already have a talented cornerback expected to lead the unit in Jermaine Matthews Jr., but the defense still needs another reliable outside corner to line up on the opposite side of the field. If Sanchez performs well during the spring, he could be the player who wins that role. Coaches believe Sanchez has the physical tools to succeed at a very high level. His combination of size and speed allows him to match up with some of the best wide receivers in the country. Defensive coordinator Matt Patricia is reportedly impressed with the raw talent Sanchez brings to the field. However, talent alone isn't enough in college football, especially at a powerhouse program like Ohio State. Technique, consistency, and confidence are just as important, and those are the areas where Sanchez must continue to improve. One of the key things the coaching staff wants to see this spring is better technique at the line of scrimmage. Last season, Sanchez sometimes allowed receivers to release too easily at the start of the play. When that happens, defensive backs are forced to recover quickly, which can lead to big passing plays for the offense. Improving his press coverage and footwork will help Sanchez stay closer to receivers and create more opportunities to break up passes. Another important factor will be how he performs against Ohio State's own offense during practice. The Buckeyes are known for having one of the most explosive offenses in college football every year. Practicing against talented receivers and quarterbacks on a daily basis can be one of the best ways for a young defensive back to grow. If Sanchez can hold his own in those matchups, it will give coaches confidence that he can perform well against top competition during the regular season. Spring practice is also about building confidence. For young players, believing in their ability can make a huge difference in performance. Sanchez already showed signs of that confidence late last season when he began making more aggressive plays in coverage. If he carries that momentum into the spring and continues developing his technique, he could become one of the breakout players on Ohio State's defense in 2026. Buckeye fans know that strong cornerback play is essential for competing for championships. In today's college football world, where high-powered passing attacks are common, defenses must rely on talented defensive backs who can cover receivers one-on-one. If Sanchez steps into a starting role and performs well, it could help the Buckeyes maintain their reputation for producing elite defensive players. So as the Buckeyes begin preparing for the upcoming season, keep a close eye on Devin Sanchez during spring practice. His development could play a huge role in shaping the defense this year. A strong spring could push him into the starting lineup and allow him to become one of the team's most underrated contributors. And if you enjoy college football updates and breaking news just like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and don't miss any of our latest videos covering the biggest stories in the world of college football. Stay tuned because the road to the 2026 season is just getting started, and there will be plenty more exciting updates coming your way.